Several workers on the construction site. Dig something. Take a closer look. It turned out to be an ancient coffin. People are like treasures. They dared to cut the chains. The next second the coffin moved, followed by a dark shadow, also took away a worker. The workers fled in fright. Too late. More than a dozen workers returned to the west on the spot. Even the last lucky one can't escape the claws. It didn't take long for Edward to begin to blame himself deeply. He didn't want to hurt anyone. Just sleeping 2009. Really hungry. 200 years ago, Edward is a veritable rich second generation. Father once built the famous industry kingdom. But who would have thought of such a family? Ruined by a maid. The maid loved Edward from a young age, falling in love without two. But Edward found that the two of them would have no results. Broke up. It didn't take long for Edward to fall in love with another girl. This scene of his confession to Jonah just happened to be seen by the maid Angie. I didn't even expect Anchi's second career. Turned out to be a witch. She was angry. Casting a spell kills Edward's parents. It is even more confusing to Chow Na jumping off the cliff. Edward, who came here, happened to see. It's a heartbreaking scene. He is unlovable. Also jumped down with Jonah. But a big wave hit. He stood up again. It turns out Angie has turned him into a vampire. Let him be tortured for eternity. Not only that. Anchi also reported to the villagers. Lock him in a coffin and bury him in the ground. This lock is 200 years. Edward wakes up. Completely out of touch with this world. See the billboard above the restaurant. Thought it was the symbol of the gates of hell. Even his home has changed a lot. The once glorious Edward family is now in ruins. Only a few family descendants live in it today. Edward's way by finding the family treasure. In exchange for the trust of the eldest sister. And help him hide his identity as a vampire. Make him a distant relative. Stayed down. The next day, Big Sister introduces family members to Edward. For new family members, most surprised him. It's this tutor named Xiao Bai. Because of him and his dead girlfriend Jonah. Just the same. But Edward didn't say much. At the same time, he also explained his ambitions to everyone. He wants to revive the Edward family. This young beautiful woman. Driving on the road with a red trot. Enjoy the eyes of the people. But who would have thought? She is 200 years old. She is a witch. Over the past 200 years, they have been changing their identities. Now it's a millionaire. The female entrepreneur who monopolized the port fishing industry. Of course the Edward family's business is getting worse. She routinely came to the factory to check the production progress. Overheard the place where Edward was buried. Workers were killed. Knowing everything, she came to Edward Manor. Angie is a passionate kiss first. But Edward was unmoved. He already hates the old witch who ruined his house. But can't kill her. He lunged at him. But a fang just waved his hand lightly. Password. The dazzling sun shines in immediately. Edward curled up in the corner in pain. Unable to confront. Edward intends to revive family glory. Suppressing Anchi in the industry. He was the first to restore the ruined manor. Then found the boss of the ship and wanted him to give up Anchi. To rely on oneself. I already have a contract. Please stay where it is cool. Ship boss refuses to follow. Edward used hypnotism. Make him use it. That's all. The family's business is taking off in his management. Although Edward won less than half of Angie's business, but it still attracted Angie's negotiation. She slapped a check for 1.7 million on the table to buy Edward's family estate. See Edward Waugh unmoved. She resorted to beauty again, facing Edward's righteous words, and she also put down the harsh words. What I can't get, no one else can expect. But history is always strikingly similar. Edward throws a big dance. All invited are celebrities. Angie is also not invited. But she saw the scene 200 years ago. Edward confessed to Xiao Bai again. Angie was so angry that it broke. Edward in love. Want to restore human identity. Enjoy sweet love with Xiao Bai. He found the family doctor to exchange blood for him. But the doctor just wanted Edward's blood. Keep your youth forever. Edward, who knew the truth, sucked blood again. Now he's cornered. Can only come to ask Anchi to take back the curse on her. But Anchi also has her own obsession. She can make Edward back to human again. But only if Edward is to be her lover. You are daydreaming. You never want to get me, I only love Xiao Bai. Angie, who was rejected. Again will Edward. 5 flowers tied and stuffed into the coffin. Don't mess with anyone, don't mess with the witch. This man just rejected her love. She raised her hand and counted the chains on her upper body. Edward is sealed in a coffin again. She cast spells that set the Edwards factory on fire. Throw him in the desert. Let him see with his own eyes the demise of his family. But as soon as she left, the family boy David came. Unchained Edward. And said it was my dead mother who guided me to save you. On the other side, Angie's old trick is repeated. Report Edward's murder of female doctor to the sheriff. The crowd came to Edward estate. To arrest the entire family. But Edward showed up at the right time. Said I could go with you. But this woman is far from simple. Said and bit down on Anchi's neck. Anchi, who was in pain, pushed him 10 meters away. And then opened. The sheriff is watching scenes like witches versus vampires. Beyond the scope of their participation. Quickly dissuade the onlookers. Then the Edward family went to battle against the witches. Big sister picks up her spear. A few shots. Witch cracked like a porcelain doll. But she got up to cast a spell. The serpent on the stairs immediately revived. Bit my sister's gun. Then she just took one look. Portraits bleed, flowers wither. The whole house crackled. Even the statue came back to life to attack them. The eldest daughter with wolf blood comes to fight. But she was used to fly. Seeing this family is unbeatable. The little boy David actually came to fight. Angie almost burst out laughing. But the boy walked away and said it wasn't me. It turned out to be the ghost of the boy's dead mother. She rammed with all her might. Angie, who was already seriously injured, hit the chandelier. It's finally over. People leave the burning estate. Edward came to the dying angel. I want to ask her why she is so cruel. But Anchi said she loved him. As he spoke, he took out his heart and showed it to Edward. But who would dare to accept such a heart? Only broken in oneself. Edward suddenly remembered. Anchi will definitely take revenge on Xiao Bai. So come to the cliff. Sure enough, history repeats itself. Xiao Bai is walking towards the cliff step by step. Last minute. Edward and Xiao Bai jumped down together. On the way, he bit Xiao Bai. Turned her into a vampire. The love between the two has gone through 100 years. It's a pity to live happily ever after.